It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Packers and the Shamrocks, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
Now from the birthplace of the game itself, EA Sports so proud to join you from the Hall of Fame city of Canton, Ohio. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Shamrocks of Canton. Along with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin here. And Charles, we take a look at this Canton team as they get ready down on the field.
They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they could be well set up for the rest of the year.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, we've been used to being here in late July, early August every year for the Hall of Fame ceremonies and the Hall of Fame game. But now we've got an actual franchise once again based in Canton, Ohio. Such a football-crazy town. Well, they haven't had a team here, though, since the Bulldogs last took the field in 1926. They've waited a while for this.
First down carry, and now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and the Packers pick it up, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way, and now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he was certainly solid, maybe a little bit more last week in his NFL debut. Threw a couple of touchdown passes and earned his first victory. Now, we all know it's not going to be easy from here, but at least now he's seeing what it takes to win at this level.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On second down, here's Barkley. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
When you look at this Packers defense,
we know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Romeo Doubs is intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over first and 10.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10.
And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
This defense for the Packers, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A huge play there on the screen pass. 49 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Here's the option.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. First and 10.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because...
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Joe Mixon
with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
You look at this Packers defense.
They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Operating from the gun, Jones.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. A beautiful fake. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Going to get a break here for an injury. Aaron Jones is in some discomfort down on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it's second down. Slot man moves right.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner, because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
The Packers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And this would be quite a start for them if they could win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do him any favors. They gave him 2 road games right out of the gate, but the thinking of the team has to be, imagine if we win these 2 games. What a setup for the rest of the season for us.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Barrett. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's a give to Jones running left.
To the 43, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
Now Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away.
And shoves him off at the 20.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. Down the left sideline. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Jones. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Shamrocks have got it back to within a score.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
A handoff as they run the counter play.
And this will be a Packers first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now Jones on 1st and 10.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones.
He finds him again. Saquon Barkley.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before break. Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we've come to half.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello to big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Taking it about the 36. So a change of possession here on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to them. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
To about the 33-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. From the 16, Jones. He's got a man, complete. He's to the 15. And touchdown! Jalen Hyatt, 84 yards. And the Shamrocks are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17.
So here's Shudak following the touchdown, back out to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. On now is the Packers punter as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5.
Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 5. Now Jones going to change it up here.
Jones now.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On play action, they'll throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They'll set up a throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there.
And Allen cooked it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. Big sigh of relief.
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones
throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue.
Back now in the home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Canton, Ohio. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. Back to throw now on first down.
Completes it again to Dobbs.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll set up to throw.
Got Dobbs over the middle.
And quickly they get to the line. Second and 5. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back, and they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Matt LaFleur, some confidence in his offense. His guys going here on 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain.
Half 18, half 18.
Throwing Jones. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. And this offense on 3rd down today, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Breaks a tackle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Jones wants to change it up. Packer pressure, and down he goes. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And his kick here is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll look to throw again. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back to throw again. This is intercepted.
Jacorian Bennett has it, and the Packers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Set, ready.
And they take a knee.
Here we go, set.
And they will take a knee here.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a